acting a fool. Sometimes I just come in here and fuck around with the paints in here. And I don't know, just trying different strategies. Middle school was like the first instances where I felt like a burden on people, and like I would reach out and try and coordinate like times to hang out with friends, and then I'd be like ghosted. And that was like the first moments of like internal self-doubt. Throughout high school, I was like barely present because I was just waiting for college to like be a better, more fulfilling, both academically and socially, experience. There's just like this like internal stubbornness that I have to like keep people at a distance. Actually, that's a piece I made on loneliness. I just made it out of a spare piece of cardboard. These are like supposed to be, it's like a helicopter view of like people. So like these are like noses, and it's like all these groups, and then there's one person. It's kind of entitled of my ego to be like, oh, I'm so lonely and my experience is unique and nobody else feels the way that I feel, when that's like not the case, and like I'm not, and I shouldn't deserve like special treatment because of these feelings that are not unique to me. I use this app called Vent as my Finsta because it kind of just feels like I'm shouting into the void. I'm in college right now. Lately, I've been putting a lot of pressure on myself to be productive or social. That has kind of backfired into me staying in bed all day. Life is so overwhelming. All day I worry if I'm good enough, if I'm contributing something valuable or noticeable to society. Why can't I just relax and trust myself? Why do I have to be doing something every second of the day? But then again, I'm just scared of wasting time. Worrying about wasting time just makes me waste time. So why do I insist on feeling lonely? Everyone around me feels lonely. They go through my similar fears. I thought coming here would improve my state of mind, but the location or change in environment does not change me. I have to change me, but I don't know how. See.
I have my coloring book. It has groovy 60s patterns in it. I really like it. Thank you. I think college is probably, I would say I can't be lonely, but I always am lonely at the same time, if that makes sense. Like, I always feel like very isolated. Like when I leave like class and I like eat lunch or I leave work and I come back here, like that's it. Like I don't go back out again. But at the same time, like you can't really feel lonely because you're surrounded by thousands of people. Honestly, college, it negatively impacted me, but it affected me so much that it forced me to go to the counseling center, and now I'm getting help I've needed my whole life. Even though I am isolated, not by my choice a lot of the time, sometimes I think it's good to be lonely and by yourself. It gives you self-reflection. I'm sorry, you want to see some real footage? This is what I do every day. I get on my glasses, and I go see who the hell is out there. again. It's kind of funny. I basically get to watch the world go by from up here. Like, no one really knows I'm here, but I know they're there. That's so creepy. I'm so sorry. She's a little dirty. It's the sprinklers, it's not me. I literally live right down the street, like my house. Which is sad, because, you know, I always offered, like, for my friends in the beginning to come over. And I was like, yeah, like, I have a fire pit, like, we can do all these things, like, I have really cute dogs. But no one ever really wanted to go. But that's fine. I've been told by a person that I literally look like everything that, like, I look like someone who bullied them. And, like, that's sad, you know? Like, they're like, you look like a mean girl from high school. And it's like, I look at myself and I'm like, yeah, I guess I do. Like, if you look at, like, books and, like, TV and things like that. But, I mean, I'm an outcast, too. My whole life I have been. I'm just a different type of outcast. I'm, like, more, like, shy and, like, reserved naturally. And, I mean, my mood fluctuates between being manic and being depressive. So it's, like, sometimes it's hard to, like, keep up with me. I actually found out, recently in the counseling center. I have my appointment to confirm it next Monday with the psychiatrist, but yeah, I have bipolar 2 disorder. Could I please get a grande ice black tea with light ice and 2 of the pink packets in it, please? Like, I've recognized that, like, I went through these, like, phases, but it wasn't until, like, I went to my therapist and he literally, like, was like, you literally mark every single box on, like, the whatever, the national, like what they identifiers for it. But it's nice to know, I think. Like, I like knowing things, so it's good to know that, like, it's not my fault. I haven't told my parents or anything yet about it, about being bipolar, and, like, I don't think I'm gonna tell them until I get on the medication for it, and I don't know, I think I'm just gonna kind of keep it to myself. Thank you, I have the card. Thank you.
Here's the pumpkin loaf.
Thank you. My mom, she basically, a lot of, like, kids, like, in her school, like, she'll say that, like, she saved her life, like, she saved their lives. I think it's just scary when you're a parent, because it's like, oh yeah, that's fine, but not for my kid, right? And then my dad, I'm a daddy's girl, 100%. I love my dad. But my aunt, my name is Tessa Mary Van Rye, but Mary is for his sister, and his sister, she killed herself. So it's like, I don't want him to be worried, you know what I mean? I don't want them to see me, or, like, I don't want to tell them about it until, like, they see, like, the person that I get to become because of it, if that makes sense. I mean, I haven't had a good experience in college to begin with, like, the idea of, like, telling people, like, oh yeah, like, I'm bipolar, like, I mean, all I've ever wanted is to live a day as a normal person. Like, I just want to think how other people think. I just want to do what other people can do. Like, I want to go and I want to sit in the comments. I want to eat my lunch alone. And I want to feel good about it. All right, bye. Good luck with your documentary.
Oh, good belly. You have your own hair on your nose.
So I had a really hard time in high school. I just kept telling myself, okay, I'm gonna get through high school. I had seniorize the first day of high school, and I'm gonna get through high school, and then I'm gonna go to college, and college is gonna be good. I had a really interesting orientation week. I lived on campus for exactly 1 week, and during that week I had a whole bunch of health issues. I ended up hospitalized. The school and my parents came to the agreement that I shouldn't live on campus, and then come to think of it, it was a good choice because we didn't know how inaccessible the dorms were. So I had a really hard time making friends my freshman year because I was only on campus for 2 days of the week, and so I would be in class and then I'd go home. And it's really hard to connect with people when there's really no way to make connections. I went from being lonely in high school to lonely and even more isolated in college because I had, like, literally no one. I ended up getting into a very toxic relationship that was very, very abusive. And I mean, a lot of the reason why I think that happened is because I was so lonely. I didn't really have anyone else. Until I was 12, I was physically able. I wasn't disabled at all. I didn't have chronic pain or anything like that. And I was a ballet dancer, and that was like my main thing. That was my catharsis. That was what I spent all my time doing. Then when I was 12, I started having excruciating pain in my knees, and I could barely walk, and I had to quit dance. No one knew what in the world was wrong with me. I went to doctor after doctor, got diagnosed with lots of different things, had every single test done on me, and losing like your main coping mechanism, your main passion, is unbelievably hard. You know the pain scale that doctors will have you do on like a scale of 1 to 10? I honestly don't know what mine is at this point because I'm just like used to living at like a level 9 or 10 all the time. Living in like so much chronic pain, it made me go to a really dark place mentally. Dealing with a chronic illness, I got all sorts of strange reactions. I get like, oh, you should try essential oils. Have you tried yoga? Have you tried like this and meditation? And like, yeah, I've tried all that. Last year, I started a chronic pain support group, and we had several people coming and stuff. And if I hadn't been so stressed out at the beginning of the semester, I would continue it. So I'm hoping to be able to continue it like in the spring again, because that was really nice. It was the first time I found like other people on campus who actually had somewhat of a similar situation with. I don't really feel that welcome on campus because like I literally can't use most of the buildings on campus because there's stairs. My emphasis is actually biopsychosocial disabilities awareness and advocacy. I want to become a counselor, either a rehabilitation counselor for like mental health and chronic illness, or a guidance counselor in schools. I honestly didn't think I would live to be 18. Now I'm 20. It does get better. It seems like it won't, but it really will get better. You just have to keep pushing forward. There are people out there who care about you. There are people out there who will support you. You just have to